A day on from the American election, I don't want to talk about the American election, but you know that there are an awful lots of stats and figures and numbers around and what entrails can be read through to work out exactly which way and what lessons should be learnt by Australian governments. Well, I want to put all that to one side and tell you about two sets of numbers that I think are the most fertile ground in Australian politics. Regardless of who you think owns this vote, whoever can rack this vote up, whoever can wrap it up, whoever can appeal to it, will win the next federal election. Have I got your attention, Canberra? In the Australian newspaper today, Bernard Salt, who is a demographer, had been looking at a series of numbers that have come out of the most recent batch of figures that have come out of the census. Now, this is not a random internet survey, it's not a news poll, it's not a Nielsen poll, it's not something that just somebody made up. These are the raw data from a survey of all people who live in this country. It concluded, and I want to get this right, that 59% of all men who work in the workforce from 18 all the way through to death work more than 40 hours a week. The same stats, 31% of all women from 18 all the way to death in the workforce work longer than 40 hours a week. Now, it's no surprise to you, you're probably one of those people. But when was the last time anyone actually spoke about your life? There was also a survey that was around a couple of weeks ago that suggested 80% of Australians, regardless of what their attitudes were to ethnicity, to boat people, to politics, 80% of all Australians believe that we live in a country where the harder you work, the better your life gets. Now, I don't know how you ultimately appeal to this demographic. The demographic that leaves home early, that gets home late. The demographic that's probably a bit too tired when it eventually gets home to have a proper conversation with their wife or with their husband. The demographic that doesn't have enough time to read to their kids. The demographic that doesn't get enough time to catch up with their friends during the week and is too bloody tired to do it on the weekends. I don't necessarily know that these people can be got to with random handouts or huge tax cuts. But perhaps whichever political party is willing to recognise that the vast majority of men and a ridiculously large number of women are working far more than your average working family. We know there was some success that Kevin Rudd had with this line of working families. But as I have been saying for a long time, working families isn't just people who do construction jobs, who are part of a union. Working families can be small business people, they can be real estate agents, they can even be people who have television shows. There'll be most of the people that are watching us right now choosing to try to work out what's happening in their world, not just flick over and watch a music channel or watch some crap from America. I repeat, whichever political party, and I don't know which one it's going to be, whoever can appeal to those people will win the next election. And by the way, those people who work more than 40 hours, they earn a small amount of money, they earn big amounts of money, and they shouldn't be demonised for how much that they earn. How hard they work means they already give up enough. Come up with something else than just a fistful of dollars or taking a fistful of dollars from people who you think have got too much.